Hey everyone, and welcome to my chaotic mess. If you're new here, my name is Melissa. And, well, alright, I want to start off by saying I have had the flu. And a lot of you are going to say, that's no excuse. Well, to that I'm going to say, I'm sorry that you feel that way. But you don't know my body, you don't know my immune system. In fact, I don't really have an immune system, so when I get the flu, like, I am very down, out, barely out of bed situation. When I get sick in general, it's a lot worse than, say, if you were to get sick. So typically it takes me a lot longer to recover from things than a typical person does. And that's fine. It's been that way my whole life. So I'm used to it. But a lot of people don't understand it. I've had jobs that have let me go, even though I've had multiple doctor's notes stating that I was in fact sick this whole entire time that I was out of work. But they thought I was lying, so they let me go. And it's fine. You know, I get it. You know, a lot of people do tend to call out sick when they're not really sick. I was never one of those people. Anyway, that being said, other of you will say, why didn't your husband step up and help out? To that, I'm going to say this. My husband works 60 plus hours a week at his normal paying job. When he comes home, it's not his job to take care of this house. If I asked him for help, he would have helped. In fact, most of what you're going to see are dishes from him cooking dinner for us. He did cook dinner. He made lasagna. I sat here in the chair behind you guys at the dining room, walking him through how to do it because I had no energy. I could barely stand up. I was so dizzy. I could not do it. I tried, and he came in and he did it for me. So my husband does help me out. On top of working 60 hours a week, he comes home, he mows the yard not every weekend. Every weekend during the summer, spring and summer months, yes. During the fall and winter, it's usually like every other weekend, once a month, depending on when it needs. We live in Florida, so you don't get a real winter here. You're still mowing your yard all year long. It's just not as frequent. Just FYI. He does a lot more for me than you guys may think. But just because he's not doing the dishes or, you know, doing the laundry or, you know, all this other things that you're going to see me do in today's video, doesn't mean he doesn't do anything. My husband helps me out a whole lot. You guys just don't see that. If I would have asked him if he could please do the dishes for me, he would. In fact, he told me that because he doesn't know where anything goes. So unloading the dishwasher is not a good job for him because I end up getting frustrated. Because sometimes he'll put things where they don't go and then I end up having to search for them or I end up having to rearrange things, and it's fine. So if I would have had the energy to unload the dishwasher, he would have definitely loaded the dishwasher for me. It is what it is. So I just want to put that out there because what you're about to see looks a lot worse than it is. I know you can kind of see on this side, and again, it looks worse than it is, you know, but you have to know that I was really sick and that I am still recovering, but I actually have more energy today than I have had in this past week. Okay, so let's just get on with it. We're gonna clean the kitchen, and then I need to start some laundry, and we need to start cleaning the rest of this house because I'm leaving on Saturday for a trip, and I don't want to leave this house a mess for my dad and my mother-in-law. So we're gonna get it cleaned up for them, and we're gonna do the best we can. So let's get started.
Trees aren't green, the ocean is gray, sky is a vague blue, come my way. My room is a mess, it could use a hand. My favorite TV shows are capturing. I know I must get it right, must get back in the fight. This can't be a surprise, I think I let it slide. I'm sleepwalking through all of my problems, I know I can't make it through. Every night it's the same, I keep running fast, left and right, wondering where my head's gone now. I'm sleepwalking through all of my problems, I know. All of my problems, I know. Where did it go? The feeling of thirst, desire to be a rock in my heels. I'm numb as a poison, flows in my veins. Guess I got used to avoiding the pain. I know I must get it right, must get back in the fight. This can't be a surprise, I think I let it slide. I'm sleepwalking through all of my problems, I know I can't make it through. Every night it's the same, I keep running fast, left and right, wondering where my head's gone now. I'm sleepwalking through all of my problems, I know. All of my problems, I know. Maybe I need a break, maybe that's why I fade into this bitter taste. I think I'll let it be.
All right, so yeah, this was recorded before I went to Indiana. Someone is whistling. That's just annoying me. Anyway, and I this was obviously filmed over a few days, as you will see through all of the wardrobe changes. But I needed to get this done, and I didn't really have, I mean, I had several days, but if you know, you know, it takes me longer than the normal person to clean my house. I can't do it all in one day. It's just not physically possible for me. And I am about to go outside and find who's freaking whistling and bash their head in. I cannot stand. Oh my God. Yeah. Are any of you guys like that? Like, normally, like, things like that don't bother me, but like when I'm sitting here trying to concentrate on something, like, editing, it just drives me nuts when there's like, there's I never have music on or anything while I'm editing. I need complete and utter silence so I can concentrate. I know that seems stupid to you guys. Well, maybe not, but like, I am someone who gets overstimulated very easily. Like, multiple noises drive me nuts. So like, if there's a TV show on and then someone's on their phone and the sound's up on their phone, and or multiple people sound up on their phone and there's another TV, like the TV's on as well, and it's too much for me. One sound at a time. So, like, the only exception is music in the background while you're talking to people. That's fine. But it's like if there's music in the background and then someone's playing a video on their phone or something at the same time, it just, I don't know. But the whistling is like really driving me mad right now because I am trying to talk to you guys about other things besides the fact that the whistling is driving me nuts. Anyway, um, so yeah, this was obviously recorded before I went to Indiana. And I have been back from Indiana for a week now. Luckily, I came back not sick because I started feeling sick on Wednesday and I went and got some Zicam. I got the nose swabs that shorten colds. I also got actual medicine and I took that for a few days. I think I already mentioned that in my other video, but it really does help if you can catch it soon, especially for me because um if I if I would have gotten sick in Indiana, it would have just been miserable flying back, especially since our layover was not even in the same terminal and I thought for sure we were going to miss our flight. Oh my God. And if I was like sick, you know what I mean? I probably would not have made it to the other terminal to catch our flight. Anyway, let's listen to some more music because I know there's some of you that prefer I mix it up. There's some of you that prefer I talk the whole time, and there's some of you that prefer I just never talk at all. So let's listen to a song.
3, 2, 1. Anywhere I'm at, turn the city up. I can flip a dollar to a million. I don't like to brag, but I'm really on. 3, 2, 1. Anywhere I'm at, turn the city up. 3, 2, 1. I don't like to brag, but I'm really on. It's a new day, days been new. Been a decade since I made it out of rental. We some owners, baby, we don't got no rent due. Might trick, but my wife feel like the trick too. Merry Christmas, hey Saint Nick. What we want get, we on wait list. How we got here doesn't make sense. Have patience, that'll make sense. 3, 2, 1. Anywhere I'm at, turn the city up. I can flip a dollar to a million. I don't like to brag, but I'm really on. 3, 2, 1. Anywhere I'm at, turn the city up. 3, 2, 1. I don't like to brag, but I'm really on. Picking up the slack, joining this prime way I'm getting to the rack. I do what I want, when I want, where I want, no cap. Put in all work, now I'm getting to the back. 25-8, I got money on my mind. Live life great, but I'm always on the grind. Navy blue tank, I don't wear it for the time. Real hustler, baby, throw my rollie in the sky.
Get ready for blast off.
Ball pointing cushy, so you know it's berserk. Trevor on the mix, so you know we gon' work. I might leave in wine, find a beach and go surf. I'ma ride the wave till I'm out of this earth. 3, 2, 1. Anywhere I'm at, turn the city up. I can flip a dollar to a million. I don't like to brag, but I'm really on. 3, 2, 1. Anywhere I'm at, turn the city up. 3, 2, 1. I don't like to brag, but I'm really on.
The laundry struggle is always going to be real. I hate doing laundry. Just it's the worst chore ever. I would honestly rather clean toilets than do laundry. And I know that makes no sense. Like the washing and drying aspect of laundry doesn't bother me. It's the having to put it away part that I hate. Oh my God. Like if I had to ever hire a house cleaner, it would literally be to just come do the laundry, please. Anyway, I know that sounds silly, but I hate laundry. I don't know why. Putting a TV in the bedroom definitely helped. I definitely do not utilize my folding table out in the laundry room unless it's like blankets and stuff like and towels and crap like that. Because it's just too hot in the laundry room. It's just too hot. That is one of the things when we move. when we buy a house, the laundry room cannot be in the garage. We live in Florida. I cannot deal with it. Like, when we lived in Indiana, my parents' laundry was in the garage, and um, it was fine until like July, August, and then it was like unbearably hot out there. But like that was 2 months out of the year. In Florida, it's unbearably hot. Like 10 months out of the year, you get like 2 months of nice coolness in the laundry room or in the garage. But yeah, uh, whew. Also maybe like if it was in the garage, if we put a mini split in, it would be fine. Probably it would just, I would need it cooled down. I cannot be too hot. I know that sounds so silly. People are probably like, well, why did you move to Florida? Well, because I also don't like being extremely cold. So actually, a fun fact, the first time Justin and I lived in Florida, my health was immaculate. I weighed 350 pounds, but I was the healthiest I've ever been in my entire life. My health started declining when I lost almost 100 pounds. I kid you not. Like, I became diabetic. I started having lots of feminine problems. Everything started declining, you know? So, um, now here we are, unhealthy, struggling to lose weight now. Like, honestly, like, I went from 350 to 280, and it just stalled. Like, the lowest I got was 250, and that's when I had my tonsillectomy, and I literally didn't eat for a month, and I'm not kidding you. Like, I could not eat. I drank like broths, and I tried to get eggs down. I would try to get grits and oatmeal and, very soft mashed potatoes. I couldn't do it. Broth was like it. I had a really hard time during my tonsillectomy, and they always say that it's really hard as an adult to do it. And my mom tried my whole entire life to get them to take my tonsils out when I was a child, and they never would do it. They kept saying, oh, she's got to have another strep throat, or and I would get another strep throat, and they're like, oh no, it's not that severe, blah blah blah. I went to an ear nose and throat doctor after my husband told my primary care doctor he did not care. He wanted a consultation, and if they said I didn't need my tonsils out, then he would drop it. But because she said it didn't matter, they weren't going to do anything, right? So I went to see the ear, nose, and throat doctor, and they did that camera scope thing where you have to sign a waiver and stuff for it. My tonsils were 3 times bigger than they're supposed to be. And she was shocked that I have never had my tonsils out before, because she asked me, how long have you had chronic sinus infections? My whole life. She basically confirmed that I should have had my tonsils out as a baby, that I was most likely born with large tonsils. Anyway, I was trying to put this one off, but I want to go ahead and start getting to where I can get to the bed, because I need to put sheets and stuff on it on Friday for Justin and I. We're going to be sleeping in here for just that night, because my dad and mother-in-law are going to come Friday so they can drive us to the airport on Saturday. And they're going to be sleeping in our room while we're gone, and so I just want to go ahead and get that ready for them instead of having to figure out how to get them in here. So it's what it is. As you can see, there's a lot to do to be able to get to the bed. And so let's get started. Anyway, so like we told my mom this and she was furious, like, because she has been trying literally my whole entire life to relieve me of this nuisance of constantly being sick, right? And so now I get, I mean, I don't now, it's not now, but like at that point in time, I finally understood what people said about how the military doctors just don't care. Because for those of you who are new here, I am an Army brat. My dad was in the military. We grew up in the military, and I was actually born in a military hospital. I was not born at a normal hospital. I think out of all my siblings, I have two brothers. My younger brother was the only one. Actually, no, he was born in a military hospital. No, he was born in an. Yeah, hold on. Let me think. He was born in a military hospital, but rushed to a German hospital because he was premature. And we didn't have like the equipment and stuff at that time in the military hospital. All right, real quick. So I've bought some poppies to try. This one is the strawberry lemon, and it's good, but it's not like, it's good. It's not great. It's drinkable. I'm trying to think. Like, it's got a very subtle lemon flavor. I don't really get strawberry. I had this one yesterday. It's not gone because I should have just waited and not drunk it so late at night. But this was the poppy root beer, and it was good as well, but it's got a bitter aftertaste to it. It's got a lot of, and I looked at the ingredients, it actually doesn't have any sassafras in it, but it has that really strong sassafras flavor to it. So I don't know how they managed that one without putting the sassafras in it. So anyway, just before you come at me, for sure this one doesn't have any chemical preservations in it. I'm looking for a more healthy soda, and this one is a prebiotic. And if you guys don't know, I have a lot of stomach problems, and so one of the things my doctor actually recommends is eating and drinking and taking prebiotic and probiotic supplements and foods. So having this is just something that to try to see if it really helps my stomach. I do take a prebiotic, probiotic every single day. But I don't necessarily know if it works, and I'm thinking about trying the what's that one that all the influencers promote? The vitamin that they promote. I can't think of it, but not the multivitamin, but they have a prebiotic, probiotic, symbiotic formula that I was thinking about trying. The only issue with those is, one, they're kind of pricey, and two, it's like a subscription type service, and I need to look to see if I can get a trial of it, because I can't take vitamins in general anyway, like right now, because, or the ones that I've taken before, they always upset my stomach. I've even tried children's vitamins. They upset my stomach. And so I'm afraid of spending that much money on the things. I bought the Ollie ones as well, which are also very expensive. Not as expensive as the Ritual. That's it. The Ritual ones. But still pricey for the fact that I only was able to take like 4 days of the Ollie brand before my stomach just couldn't handle it anymore. And so, anyway, I don't know. Let me know if you have tried Poppy, or if you know of any other prebiotic or probiotic type of foods and beverages that I should try. So, all right. And then just to go with that, like, we had military insurance. Well, I've had military insurance until I turned 18 because I didn't go to college right after high school, and so I lost the military insurance. And thinking back, I think they take regular doctors take military insurance for granted because, like, I basically got to the point where I could just call my doctor and be like, hey, I have a sinus infection, and they would just call in a prescription for me, and I didn't even have to go in, but they would bill the insurance as if I went in. Like, I whose doctor does that? Like, it was so easy for me. I could have just not been sick and been like, hey, I need the good stuff, I was on amoxicillin like most of my life. Amoxicillin actually stopped working for me, fun fact. So now I have to get Z-Paks if I get a sinus infection because amoxicillin will not work for me. My body has grown a tolerance to it. That's why when I got pneumonia, I had to be, it just got worse and worse and worse because I started with walking pneumonia, and the antibiotics did not work because they put me on amoxicillin for it. I don't know why, because isn't pneumonia like a bacterial infection? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm stupid. I don't know. But they put me on amoxicillin. It didn't work. I ended up having to be admitted to the hospital because it turned into full-fledged pneumonia, and I got to the point where I couldn't breathe, and so I had to be admitted into the hospital and put on IV medication. And I was in the hospital for a little over a week before I got to go home. And I had to go home with an inhaler. I need to actually call my doctor and get an appointment because I need an inhaler because my breathing has been very bad since getting back from Crystal's house. So, yeah. Anyway, let's listen to another song because I know those of you are tired of hearing me talk.
All night trying to figure you out. I just wanna make you smile. Hold your hand in my hand, looking at the sunset. Man, you're looking good tonight. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing that's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Falling in love. You set my wheels in motion. I'm going crazy for you. I feel like the ocean. I can see you want this too. Cause you've been looking at me all night, trying to figure me out. I just wanna let you know. And I ain't playing no games, baby, you won't change. I only want you. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing that's making me feel like I'm falling. miss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear.
All right, so I also bought a couple of these. I used to buy these when they first came out. They are, kind of like those applesauce pouch things. Well, they're like those, except for they have prebiotics in them. And so they're supposed to promote healthy gut. I actually did not read the ingredients of this because I bought them before, and of course they're filled with, well, see, I need to like Google, because this has like riboflavin, which it lists as vitamin B2. So is that a chemical or is that a vitamin? I need to know these things, people, because when you Google, it doesn't really give you much to go on. But anyway, this has 6 grams of prebiotics, 9 grams of fiber. This one is the apple, strawberry, kiwi, kale. I bought this one, and then there is an apple, strawberry, blueberry one that I bought because I couldn't remember which of the ones I liked. There's like 4 or 5 flavors, and one of them I didn't care for, and I couldn't remember which one. So I got 2 that I thought I did like to try again. Again, these are really pricey, but they were on sale at Publix, so I went ahead and got 2 to get me through this week. I don't know if I will buy them in the future or not, or I don't know, because I just don't know. But oh god, they're very high in carbs. 20 carbs. Wow. 9 dietary fibers, so there's technically only 11 carbs, but still, yeah, let's try this one. I can't remember if I liked this one or not. Let me open it and I'll be back. Okay, I opened it, so I'm going to this one's good. This one was the apple, strawberry, kiwi, kale. Very good. Now it doesn't have any added sugars, so that's good. Now this says, oh wait, never mind. That's protein. It has 1 gram of protein, which isn't a lot, but it's supposed to be good for your gut health, so I guess we'll see. Obviously, you don't want to have like a bunch of them a day. Maybe just 1 a day or something like that. I don't know, but also I don't know where else sells them, because I never seen them at my Walmart. But they're in the Publix. In my Publix, they're in the vegetable section, but over like where all of the immunity shots and naked juices and stuff like that are, so all of like the quote-unquote healthy crap, that's where they are in my Publix. So check your grocery store, they might sell them. It's gutsy, and they're good, but I don't know. Let me know if you've ever tried these and which ones are your favorite. Like I said, I used to buy them when they first came out, but they are pricey, so I quit buying them. So, yeah. Does anyone else have a little shadow that follows them around while they're cleaning? Yeah, that's Stitch for me. Like, he's literally always up my booty. So, oh my god. I love him to death, but sometimes, like right now, he's afraid of the vacuum, but he's not afraid of the vacuum anyway. See how I went to go get the vacuum to vacuum the floors out there, and he has to follow and make sure no one is going to jump out and kill me. So there's that. I love him to death, but Also, you'll notice there's the suitcases I already had packed. The one on the table is just waiting for last minute crap. But anyway, I want to go and thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below any questions, concerns. If you haven't done so already, subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.